Welcome to Discover Indie Film. I'm Jeff Howard, and I'm delighted to have two lovely people with me on Zoom, Lauren and George Bott. Hi, you two.
Howdy. How hi.
Great to see and talk to you. I will introduce you to everyone by saying that Lauren wrote and directed and George produced the short film The Nine, an excellent award-winning film. In fact, we held the Los Angeles premiere at Sherman Film Festival in December of 2025. Excellent film. So excellent, in fact, that our jury of alumni, our alumni jury, the Filmmakers Board, gave your film The Nine 2 awards. You won the Filmmakers Award for Outstanding Short Film Comedy, and Lauren personally won the award for Outstanding Director of a Short Film Comedy. So that is I'm doing, no one can see it but you two, but I'm giving you my silent golf clap for your excellent film, The Nine. We'll have a link for people to watch it in the show notes. And anyone listening to this should listen to the podcast before this one in the Discover Indie Film podcast feed, because that's a wonderful interview with the two of you. Very cool people with very cool careers in the entertainment industry. But now you also are complementing that work with your own, with The Nine, and you've already shot. My memory is working today. You've nearly completed a short called Prince.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good job.
Not The Prince, right? Prince?
Just Prince. Yeah. Yep.
And that one, looking forward to seeing that one. And make sure to remember we've got that alumni discount code.
There you go. Heck yeah.
But
you'll be seeing
so
it.
People should listen to the podcast before this one to get to know Lauren and George better. Because this podcast is what I like to call a 4 questions podcast, because you're both going to answer the Discover Indie Film 4 questions, which are: name 3 films you love, name an underrated film, name an overrated film, and name a lesser known film for people to seek out. Your work is so original and creative, and you've been working in the industry for a while, so I'm looking forward to this list. So I believe I'm just going to call out Lauren to go first and name 3 films you love.
Three of your favorite movies.
Yeah, okay. just 3 favorites.
I think. Okay, I'm gonna go. I don't have favorites because I find that that's kind of hard. But 3 films that I enjoy that I'd never forget, I would say Girl Interrupted. I would say But I'm a Cheerleader. And then I would say Dogtooth is my favorite of all of those.
Dogtooth. That's the early Yorgos Lanthimos. Right?
That's correct.
Wow. Yeah, some very original stuff there.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm a huge But I'm a Cheerleader fan.
It's the best.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wasn't that just that one came out of nowhere in the was it the early 2000s or the late I think early 2000s, right?
Was it the early 2000s? I have to look it up.
I forget.
But yeah,
I remember what apartment I was living in, but anyway. Yeah. Such an original film. Excellent list. And Girl Interrupted, that one doesn't get. But by the way, I also enjoyed that you interpreted the question correctly, because I don't want people to feel like they have to name the best 3 of all time. It's just 3 films that you love.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
And those do give away a bit of your aesthetic, I think, with The Nine.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. Well, George, you want to name 3 films you love?
Well, it kind of in the same 3 films. The first one, Slumdog Millionaire, is a movie that it just bowled me over when I saw it the first time. And if ever it shows up, I will sit and watch the whole thing. It was such a beautifully made movie, so entertaining to me. And that one just hit me as a forever top of the list movie, Slumdog Millionaire, Danny Boyle's.
Absolutely with you on that.
It's such a good movie. So beautiful and colorful. There was a movie that I saw when I was much younger. I think it was made in the late 70s, early 80s, called Breaking Away, young Dennis Quaid. I can't even name the rest of the actors, although I can see their faces. Have you heard of that movie?
Daniel Stern was the tall, skinny guy. And I'm forgetting the lead blonde guy's name. That was I remember when that film was nominated for Best Picture.
Yep,
That
best
that
picture and one for best writing for a screenplay, one of those categories, but it did win an Oscar, but it was just such a great middle America unique movie. And then
Wonderful film, wonderful film. Made me ride my bike a lot more at that era.
exactly, right? I bought a 10 speed after that. And then a movie my mom showed me when I was younger called Being There, a Peter Sellers movie. Um, he played Chauncey the Gardener, which is, if you watch it now, there's parts of that movie that are relevant now, but a great Peter Sellers movie, probably from the early 70s, called Being There.
There is
Um,
relevance. That is a masterpiece. That's another masterpiece.
right? Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't even there's no and I actually
Yeah.
had a class in college where we had to read the short story it's based on.
Oh, no kidding, huh? That's
And that
amazing.
movie is even better than the short story. It's one of those rare adaptations that improved upon the source.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
Peter Sellers kind of deserves his own lifetime
Oh yeah,
acknowledgement.
100%.
There'll never be
Yeah.
another.
Nope.
Amazing. All right,
All
well,
right.
another excellent list. Wow, I love all there we go. See? You two do have excellent taste. All right, well, question number two that George gets to go first on is a film you feel is underrated.
Underrated. Okay, I thought about this one, and it on first glance, you may think it doesn't fit in the category because it was a big budget movie. It was a Ridley Scott movie called Kingdom of Heaven, but and it came out with fairly big fanfare. It didn't do very well. It's still watched, I think, these days, but I just thought it was an excellent movie. Ed Norton had an uncredited role as the King of Jerusalem in it. It was a younger Orlando Bloom, and it was just a great movie. And he doesn't do anything but huge budget movies, and like it would probably be movie number 7 on his list of most successful movies, maybe even farther down than that, but underrated, I think. Kingdom
I
of Heaven.
I hear you because yeah, that one doesn't get a lot of love compared to some other things that Ridley Scott did.
Nope.
I'm certainly in the camp where, yeah, I would fight anyone who called Ridley himself anything but a genius because
He is the genius,
the
hands
list of
down
films that
genius.
Ridley Scott
Yep.
has made, and it is his less hugely successful films are often the best ones, but
Yeah.
not that the hugely
Yep.
successful ones aren't excellent too. But yeah,
And
that was
there's
the
a
one about the
director.
knight, right? Kingdom of Heaven was
Yeah.
Orlando Bloom was the knight.
Yep. He was. I mean, he was a what do you call it? A blacksmith. Uh, who? Yeah. Anyway, it takes place during the Middle Ages, Crusades, Jerusalem. Production design value was all amazing. So uh, it's a good
Absolutely.
movie.
Absolutely. Excellent. All right. Well,
Don.
oh, it's Lauren's turn to name something that's underrated.
Okay, I have underrated. I just want to say that a friend of ours, Brent, who is a casting director here in New Orleans, who also helped us produce both of the shorts, he gave me the name of this movie, which I had never seen, and I recently watched it like maybe 6 months ago. It's a Soderbergh film called Schizopolis. And I know that sounds crazy. He's from New Orleans, obviously. Like I think he made this film when he was in his 20s. But a lot of mutual friends, like a friend of ours that's a sound mixer here, Paul Ledford, and then what's our friend's name? That's the actor. Oh gosh,
Jay Jensen.
yeah, Dave Jensen. Sorry, I was lost there for a second.
Hmm.
They made this film is so wild and so weird and so right up my alley. And it was made, I mean, they're all like LSU boys, or I think they made it while they were in school together. And
Yeah.
so that kind of made me like it more, but it's such a quirky little film. And I feel like every time that I mention it, even to people that are, massive film buffs, they're like, what is that? I've never heard of that. Or I should watch that, or they add it to their list.
It is a
I think
must
it's
watch. Oh my
It's
God.
a must watch.
I've been a Soderbergh fan since Sex, Eyes and Videotape came out when I was
yeah.
in college, and I believe, yeah, he made Schizopolis because he totally burnt out on the Hollywood system.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And he just, and by the way, he's the lead actor,
Right.
and he had his ex-wife play his ex-wife in the film, and
Wild,
Right.
huh?
It's
Is
just
that
crazy.
that's
but
insane?
his performance, I just have to, I always tell people like he's one of the
Performance is
funniest
great.
people I've ever seen on screen.
Yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
is so hilarious.
He is
True.
hilarious in that film, and
Yeah.
please, I wish he
But the
acted.
main thing I
Someone's
really
got to make
like,
him act again. But yeah,
I think they should. Honestly, I was like really amazed by that. I mean, yeah, it was great.
yeah, it's great. It's
And then
great.
also I should say Spinal Tap too. I'm gonna say Spinal Tap, the original, as a shout out.
Oh, for sure. As underrated,
I feel like a lot of people actually haven't seen Spinal Tap.
Two.
you're right. It
The
might
original.
just be like
Oh yeah.
it's a touchstone for our generation, I think.
Correct.
But I'm
Yeah.
But
not
not as
sure.
not
I'm not
young.
sure if everyone else is aware of it. Yeah.
No, and it's also hard to find. Like I was trying to relook at scenes and stuff for the second one, and like you have to. It's like it's not that easy to locate.
To just grab.
Yeah, I don't think it's like
Mhm.
goes in waves on Amazon and stuff. So
Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I will brag that I did see it during its initial run where it was only a midnight movie. Like they couldn't even it didn't even get a proper theatrical release
there you go.
when it
Right.
came out because no one believed in these
Not at all.
crazy dudes with
Yeah.
their improv movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then high school kids like me, I think I was high school, were started like going to it every weekend because it was the funniest thing we'd ever seen. And it picked up steam and
Yeah.
became a
Yeah.
hit on VHS, I believe. Yeah, everyone should see
That's
Spinal
great.
Tap.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, oh no, not the last. The third question, and Lauren gets to go first, is a
Yes.
film you feel might be a little overrated.
Just say it.
Well, I don't have no. I don't really. I was telling Georgia I don't really have one for this because I feel so sensitive about everybody that puts their thoughts or their work into
Mm-hmm.
film. I feel like there's no way to escape. I know that you should have a firm opinion on this, but
No,
I don't
no,
really
actually,
have a
I'm going
thought.
to defend you. I think if your answer is I don't believe, just because it's
Yeah,
overrated to
I
Mm-hmm.
don't.
me doesn't mean, yeah, no, that answer is totally legit.
All
Okay,
right.
good.
Nice.
I'm not
Stamp
even
of
going to
approval.
push you. I
Okay,
sometimes share with people,
good.
they're like, when I had to do the 500th episode, I had to do this list. So I named a film by
Yeah.
one of my favorite filmmakers of all time that happened to win them an Oscar. And I think it's like their seventh best film. And like,
No
Okay.
kidding.
so to me,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, how come that film
Right.
got the
Rather
acclaim
than the other.
when all their other work
Yeah.
is superior? So that's why but that was my cop out. I didn't,
Mhm.
I said, this is a great film. I just felt like,
Right.
why did this one get the accolades?
True.
I can
True.
live. I
But
can sit with that. Yeah.
we can skip to George on this one.
Yeah.
No problem. Well, I've been saying this since I was a kid. I thought E.T. was overrated. Just saying. It didn't amaze me when it was out, and
That's a crazy
I
thing.
know, right? Just now I have the forum to say it.
You're
You
gonna
know?
be canceled.
E.T., there's nothing provocative about E.T. I like other Spielberg movies, but
You know,
E.T. was
there have been people who have put ET in their three favorites. But
right. I bet.
I can share that when we were raising a kid and I would show her classics from my youth,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I dare say that ET is one that didn't really hold up.
it didn't keep them in
You
their
know what I
seats,
mean?
huh?
Like I was like, this is going to be magical for you. And she was bored as
Yeah.
Yeah,
heck and I couldn't blame her.
legit, right? So
It's always
They
there you
do.
go.
sobering to watch a film you think is going to be like one of the greatest things the kid's ever going to see.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Mind blowing.
and they're like, can I go now? And I'm like, yeah, you can go. We can hit stop.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious. It might have just been the time. It was like
Yeah,
more for the time. It was like really
truly.
like
Yeah,
forward thinking and interesting. But now it's hard to compete with
it's
like
true.
the animation of today.
Yeah, and just yeah, and Look, I'm all for slow pace. I love when a slow pace, deliberate film just engages me from start to finish.
Yep.
But I don't think. Well,
True.
anyway, so I'm not mad at you for naming E.T.
Okay.
And now
Thank you.
and now question four. The last one is a lesser known film for people to seek out. And it's George's turn to go first.
I think it's my turn. Yeah. I will just preface this with saying that my very first job as a semi-adult, I was 13 and I worked at a movie theater around the corner from my house. It was an art house theater. So all summer I watched any number of, you know, this is the late 70s, early 80s, just all kind of funky stuff. And Harold and Maude um, was a movie that I was like, this is wild and awesome. And I still encourage people to watch Harold and Maude. I know it's well known, but I'm not sure that many people have seen it in the last 10 years. So it's a fun, quirky, weird premise, dark comedy of a movie. So Harold and Maude.
I will never ever get the image in my head. I will never get the image out of my head when Harold is, I believe he's talking to his parents and he just pulls out a cleaver and just chops off his
Yeah, he loves to just shock them somehow, and they
the shock
didn't
value.
react at
Yeah.
all.
I would
Yeah,
say it's one of the greatest teenage, well, anyway. Yeah, great
it
pick.
is.
Great pick. And yeah, maybe not
Thank
enough people see it now. Yeah, because you don't hear, I don't know. I don't know. That I
you.
feel bad for someone who's 17 and loves cinema because it's like now there's like
There's
90 years
so
to
much.
catch up on. Like
Literally.
when I was a kid in the late 70s, early 80s, like we had like two,
Yep.
3 decades to catch up on tops, you
Right.
know?
Big time in the sun, like movies like Fame and Hair and anyway,
Yeah.
great early 80s stuff. All
Yeah.
right,
All
Lauren,
right. Well,
turn.
Lauren gets a name a lesser known for people to seek out.
I don't know if this is lesser known, but it was lesser known to me. But I just have been pushing anytime that anyone asks me, oh, like what movie you should watch. I've watched this movie called Greener Grass, which is new. It's like 2019. Um, but it's directed by two women and also it's hilarious. And it's very my type of humor. So I thought that it was it was just like a strange film that was really colorful and quirky and bizarre and funny. So all the things I like.
I
Greener
gotta admit,
grass.
I hadn't heard of it.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's hilarious. And the women, they're very, it's just like kind of, I mean, sort of what you said about the nine is exactly, I was like, wait, what? Well, I was watching it and I was like, what? But then you just keep watching it. And so many people have recommended that film to me. And so finally I was like, I have to watch this. And so I watched it and I was pleasantly surprised. It's brilliant.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
And I'm
it's
looking
really
at it
fun.
right now, and yeah, and written and directed by
Hmm.
Jocelyn DeBoer and Don Lueby, and they wrote and directed it, and they're the two leads. So based upon what I
Yeah,
know of based upon your film and then your list, this is one
Right?
this is one I
It
gotta
fits.
get
yeah,
sit
it's
down with
good. It's
my
brilliant.
wife and I gotta watch this one soon.
Yeah, it's funny.
Excellent.
Awesome.
And we need
I feel
comedy.
really impressed that I gave you one that you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta admit, look, my film knowledge is for the last, well, I've been running the festivals for about, well, I guess this is year 11. So for 11
Yeah, that's a
years, I
lot of work.
haven't seen much now because it's all about the festival submissions.
I've seen 1,500 films that I haven't seen.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, thank you both so much.
Thank
I think that
you.
wraps
Appreciate
us
it.
up. I
Yeah.
will I will ask everyone again to check the links in the show notes and check out Lauren and George and your work. Watch the nine and then watch Greener Grass and Harold and Maude for sure, and Schizopolis and everything on that
Yeah,
list.
check out with this.
This
I'm
was a
just
lot of
like
fun.
every time I meet someone who hasn't seen Schizopolis, who's a filmmaker, I'm like,
Questionable.
you
Right?
just gotta watch Schizopolis right away because
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It really is, and it really is so. I just can't get enough of it. All right, so I will wrap
Awesome.
us up. So everyone should hit those links and check out you and your work. If you want to learn more about this podcast or things that have grown from it, go to discoverindiefilm.com. On social media, it's always at DIFwins. Change that .com to a .org. And hey, what do you know? discoverindiefilm.org. That is for the nonprofit that runs 2 film festivals in the LA area, Sherman Oaks Film Festival and Film Invasion Los Angeles. Both are ranked in the top 100 best reviewed list by filmmakers out of 14,000 festivals worldwide. We're proud of that. And we worked out a relationship with a team down in Lima, Peru to start Film Invasion Lima. We held the first one earlier this year. We're holding the second one next year. And I gotta say, it made me super happy because we got emails from people who attended saying this was the best festival I've ever been to. And I was like, yes, they're keeping the tradition alive. Filmmakers first. We actually care about the quality of the films we show and the experience filmmakers have when they come. So Film Invasion Lima has its second year. The cool thing is they're 10 years apart. So it's like, this year it was 11 and 1. Next year it's the 12th edition of each and the second edition of Lima. So, whenever I hear about, whenever people approach me, I'm always like, okay, this is how much work it's going to take.
Exactly, right?
And most people in other cities, that's when they back off. But the team in Lima, they got it done and they did it great.
Get quiet.
And,
that's awesome.
And I got to admit, I'm kind of delighted that our second Film Invasion ended up in South America instead of like another town in California or something.
I imagine there's a bunch of great filmmakers down there for sure.
Especially in this era, like you said about the equipment during your interview, is this, we live in an era now when a kid with a smartphone and a computer can pretty much shoot and edit a film.
Quite true.
It's amazing. All right, well,
it is. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you both. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, George. It was a pleasure to get to know you better. And congrats on all the great work.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. We'll be in touch. This was fun.
All right. And thank you, everyone, for listening.